You don't sound unconfident because your English is bad. You sound unconfident because your mind is afraid to be heard. You know words. You understand sentences. You can even think in English sometimes. But when it's time to speak, your voice becomes small. Your sentences break. Your eyes look down. Your energy disappears. And people feel it. Not your grammar. Your hesitation. And in that moment, you don't just lose words. You lose presence. And presence is what confident speakers have. Let me tell you something important. Confidence in English is not about perfect vocabulary. It is not about accent. It is not about fast speaking. It is about how you carry your voice. And that can be trained daily. Let me take you into a story. A man named David. He worked in an office where English was the main language. He understood everything. Meetings, emails, conversations. But when he spoke, he felt invisible. People didn't interrupt him. But they didn't engage either. They listened, but not deeply. And David felt it. Every time he spoke, he felt smaller. One day, after a meeting, he heard something that changed him. Colleagues said, "David knows a lot, but he doesn't sound confident." That sentence stayed in his mind. 'Cause it was true. He had knowledge, but not expression. He had understanding, but not impact. And he realized something powerful. Confidence is not inside your mind. It is shown through your behavior. So he decided to change. Not everything, just daily habits, small changes, but consistent. Let's understand this deeply. Why do you sound unconfident? Because your brain is in protection mode. It wants to keep you safe. Safe from mistakes. Safe from judgment. Safe from embarrassment. So it tells you, speak slowly. Don't say too much. Be careful. And slowly, your voice loses strength. But here is the truth. Confidence does not come from safety. Comes from expression. From using your voice. Even when it feels uncomfortable. Now listen carefully. Confident speakers are not fearless. They feel fear. But they don't stop. They speak anyway. David started with something simple. Every day he practiced speaking out loud. Not in meetings. Not with people. Just alone. He spoke about his day. His thoughts. His ideas. First, it felt strange. Awkward. But he continued. Because repetition builds comfort. And comfort builds confidence. Now here is something important. Confidence is not a feeling. It is a habit. You don't wait to feel confident. You act. And confidence follows. Let's go deeper. Another reason you sound unconfident is your voice. Your tone is low. Your energy is flat. Your speed is uncertain. And people respond to energy more than words. If your voice is weak, your message feels weak. So David worked on his voice. He spoke a little louder, a little clearer, a little slower, but steady. Not fast, not rushed, just controlled. And something changed. People started listening more. Not because his English changed, but because his delivery changed. Now let's talk about eye contact. When you avoid eye contact, you send a signal. I am not sure. I am not confident. Even if your words are correct. So David practiced looking at people. Not staring. Just natural eye contact. And this simple change increased his presence. Now listen carefully. Confidence is communication beyond words. Your body speaks. Your eyes speak. Your tone speaks. And people listen to all of it. Now let me tell you another story. A girl named Mia. Her English was simple. Very simple. But she spoke with energy. She smiled. She used hand gestures. She showed interest. And people loved talking to her. Why? Because she made people feel something. And that is communication. Not perfect grammar. But emotional connection. Now understand this clearly. You don't need advanced English to sound confident. You need clear expression, strong delivery, and daily practice. Now let's talk about what you can do. Starting today. Simple daily habits, but powerful. First, speak out loud daily. 5 to 10 minutes. No excuses. Talk about anything. Your day, your plans, your thoughts. This builds fluency. Second, record yourself. Listen. Not to judge, but to improve. Notice your tone, your speed, your clarity. Third, practice shadowing. Listen to confident speakers. Repeat their sentences. Copy their tone, their rhythm. This trains your speaking style. Fourth, use simple sentences. Don't try to sound smart. Try to sound clear. Clarity is confidence. Fifth, slow down. Don't rush. Confident speakers are calm, not fast. Calmness creates authority. Sixth, use pauses. Don't fear silence. Short pauses make you sound thoughtful, not weak. Seventh, change your mindset. Stop thinking, what if I make a mistake? Start thinking, I want to express my idea. That shift changes everything. Now listen carefully. You will feel uncomfortable. At first, it will feel unnatural. But that is normal. 'Cause you are changing your habits. Old patterns will resist. But don't stop. Stay consistent. Because confidence grows slowly. Like a plant. You water it daily. You care for it daily. And one day, it becomes strong. David stayed consistent. Day after day. Small practice. Small improvement. And one day, in a meeting, he spoke. Clear voice. Steady tone. Simple words. And something different happened. People listened. They responded. They engaged. And for the first time, he felt heard. Not because he changed in one day, but because he practiced daily. Now imagine yourself speaking like that. Clear. Confident. That is possible. Not by waiting, but by doing. Every day. So don't wait for confidence. Create it. Through action. Through repetition. Through courage. Because your voice matters. Your ideas matter. And the world needs to hear you. So speak. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your words are simple. Speak anyway. Because one day, you will not recognize yourself. You will speak naturally. Confidently. Powerfully. And you will realize. Confidence was not something you needed to find. It was something you built. One day at a time.